Okay, James said, with limited time and resources, is it better to concentrate on hubs that already provide a lot of referrals or hubs that aren't currently making many referrals? Okay, James, are you still here?
Hi, thank you.
Yeah, where are you calling from?
I'm in Somerset, which is southwest UK.
Yes, yes, I was in Frome visiting my
Oh,
friend Mark
wow.
Walsh. Yeah, and
Yeah, it's pretty close.
yeah, we went to this really beautiful little spa just outside of Frome, and it was like they had a pool and some saunas and a little restaurant and cafe. It was the coolest.
Amazing.
Yeah, anyways, good memories of that place. So, okay, can you restate your question?
Yeah, sure. So I'm a
Okay.
veterinarian, and I work specifically with dogs and cats with chronic pain conditions.
Okay.
So I get referrals from other vets, I get referrals from physiotherapists, and I get referrals from, previous clients. Um, and I guess most of my referrals come through physiotherapists because I guess our clientele overlaps quite a lot. But I'm aware that, vets are seeing a lot of animals and but they're maybe not thinking to refer them to me. So I guess the question is, should I focus on supporting
Mhm.
physiotherapists and kind of maybe providing lectures and that kind of stuff for them, or should I target the vets that are maybe more of a cold market, but might have sort of more untapped potential? I guess that's
Boy,
what I was thinking.
yeah, that's an easy one for me. I would absolutely dig into the physiotherapist more. 100%. I mean, if that's what's coming, if that's what's easy, I would roll with that. And so, a few thoughts. One is, um, now you track where the business comes from. If somebody comes, it was sent by Jimmy, the physiotherapist. Okay. So the one is just for everyone. Make sure you're tracking where the business comes from and thank people. There's just a little text and email, and every once in a while, like a, I don't know, gift basket or, just something that lets them know I really appreciate you sending so much business. That's number one. Number two is you might then do the same thing I was talking about earlier, where you say, look, thank you for saying so many people. Can we schedule a quick Zoom call or like, get together in person? Or like, I'll buy you lunch, but I'm looking to grow this practice and you seem to be sending me so many people and I thought you might know some other leads. And then particularly I'd be asking them, who are the other physiotherapists you know? Because for sure they know other physiotherapists.
Yeah,
And then you ask them to do the introduction, and but I would get testimonials from the physiotherapist, like, oh my God, my clients just rave, about this work. And you know, you can absolutely trust this fellow. Um, but those kind of testimonials, because then if you reach out to the other physiotherapists, even if it's cold, you can say, look, here's some testimonials from a bunch of other of your colleagues, and that's going to mean a lot, even more probably than from the clients themselves, because these are people they might know. Um,
sure.
but yes, if they can introduce you to those other physiotherapists, great. And then, yes, I would absolutely have a signature workshop that you can do. If there's a physiotherapist conference, which I'm sure there is, if there are online summits, which I imagine there are, if there's a group, physio group that could host you to do this presentation where you go in, and this can be the kind of thing where you say, look, I want to teach you some. Now, it's the deal like they're going to the physiotherapist and they just happen to mention the dog. They just happen to mention their pet, and the physiotherapist says, "Oh, I can't help you, but this guy can."
No, so they're taking so it's a veterinary physiotherapist, so they're taking the animal already for like
Ah,
physio treatment, and then they're saying, okay, well maybe your primary vet hasn't quite got a handle on, the medication, the acupuncture, that kind of stuff. This guy might be able to help.
wait, so this isn't vets. This is a veterinary physiotherapist. You're getting referrals from veterinary physiotherapy. Okay,
Yeah, sorry, I didn't make that clear.
no, that's okay. So then, it's like the veterinary physiotherapist says, I'm kind of at the edge of my expertise. This guy's a specialist in this. Okay. So then you might do a workshop for veterinary physiotherapists who are like, look, I get a lot of referrals, you know, around the chronic pain thing. And it strikes me there are some things I could be teaching you that might be helpful.
Yeah.
And so here's a presentation. It's like the three biggest blunders that, physiotherapists make with pets with chronic pain. And like, here's some, the five simplest tactics. It's like, look, when pets have chronic pain, it's almost always down to these five things, and it's boom, 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 boom. And if you run into a client that it's kind of beyond this isn't seeming to do it, then please let me know, and I'm happy to help out. Then you can refer them. And also in the presentation, I'd be really clear, like, here's the kind of situations where you might want to refer out to me.
Yeah.
Don't refer to me these kind of people in this situation, but if there's a pet owner in this situation, if you're running into these kind of problems, man, this is where I hit home runs, no problem. But if you do because if you do a presentation that's here's why I'm so great and you should hire me, it's not that compelling. But if it's like, I'll teach you the best of what I know, it's interesting when I do my hour-long the 5 fundamental signature workshop, I'm not holding anything back. I'm really trying to share the best I know. And people think, oh, but if you gave your best stuff away, then people wouldn't need you. In my experience, no. It's just, if you give your best stuff away, they're impressed as hell. And it's not like hearing it once, they get it and they can immediately apply it. But now they kind of know what they don't know, and now they know how to refer to you. And especially if you're very clear, look, if you want to refer to me, here's how it happens, but not these people, but definitely these people. And so that's probably what I would do. But I would just start. I mean, doing the workshop is a good idea, but I think you could just start with the physiotherapists who love you. It's like, hey, do you know anybody I should talk to? Would you be willing to send an introductory email? Then you reach out to them and you could just start a conversation. Sometimes it's simple as just little WhatsApp voice notes back and forth, where you build that relationships. And it could be a recorded thing. It's like, look, you're busy. You don't have time to come to this live signature workshop. So here's a 20-minute video or a 30-minute video or an hour-long video. But just here's me. Here's my philosophy. Here's how I get these results with pets. Something like that. I could imagine a lot of them just, oh, I've been kind of looking for somebody like you. This is great. It's just for everyone to hear, like, it doesn't take much to build trust amongst colleagues all the time. Sometimes they just know, oh, you specialize in something I don't, and you have a point of view that makes sense to me, and your vibe is not sketchy, is sometimes enough to say, well, this guy reached out to me, check him out, let me know. And then the other thing I'd be doing is making sure any of your clients thank the physio for sending. It's like, hey, if this was helpful for you, one Google review would be nice, but also if you could just tell the physio that it was good, it's just reassuring, because maybe especially this physio is new, they don't know me that well. So, if you liked it, please let them know. If you didn't like it, zip it. Nobody likes a whiner, you know. But
No, that's a great tip. Yeah, thank you.
yeah. So what else to say? Yeah, I would just roll with the physios. It's easy.
Yeah.
And if you ever hit the bottom of that, like, oh God, I just reached every single physio in Somerset and there's nobody else to talk to, then the vets, but then I would do the vets through the physios.
Okay.
I'd talk to the physios who love you most and are the best connected and say, do you know any vets you think would be open-minded to this?
Yeah.
And then you get the introduction through that. My goal for all of you is like that you never have to send another cold email again for the rest of your life, that you're reaching out through connections you already have, because the best subject line you can write, even if it's going to be a kind of a cold email, the best subject line would be, if I was trying to reach out to one of James's colleagues, would be like, James Hunt sent me, because then they're like, oh, I fucking love James. And if this is an email in relation to James, then I'm opening that email. But even better is that they get the email from somebody they trust.
Yeah.
Yeah, the most important factor in whether an email gets opened is who it's from. Same with mail. That's the number one factor. So if you get that kind of warm introduction, boy, everything else gets real smooth. And so, I just want to say for everyone who's listening, this is very easy to hear and say that makes sense. But then it's the doing of it. That's the thing. Are you going to actually take this and say, okay, right, how do I actually have those conversations with hubs? Because it's so easy. This is the thing. If you can imagine for everyone, there's a chart, right? And there's a how, hey, my mom's back. There's how ethical something is, and like ethical, unethical. And then on this axis, it's easy and it's hard, right? So there's stuff that is there's stuff that's like ethical and hard, right? There's ethical and hard thing. There's plenty in business that's ethical and hard. Then there's stuff that's unethical and hard. Don't do that. Why would you do that? Don't avoid that square at all costs. There's stuff that's unethical and it's easy. And of course, there's a lot of that being promoted. And then but there's ethical and easy. This is the point I'm trying to make. Ethical doesn't mean hard. It's not synonymous. And sometimes I'll share these tactics, and I think it's almost like I'm revealing a magic trick and how it's done, and then people get disappointed because they think, oh, it should be harder. But actually, it can be ethical, effective, easy, all three of those in one. It doesn't have to be difficult. Anyways, I'm going to wrap it up there. My mom's back. Hello.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you so much, everyone. Take care. And yeah, we'll see you down the road. If you have any questions, always feel free to email me, tad@marketingforhippies.com. Take care.